What if I told you that you are not only you, but instead every person you meet, have met, and will meet is you? The egg is often described as beautiful, comforting, hopeful. It promises no real death, no ultimate loss, no permanent separation. Everyone you love is still you. But comfort does not mean truth, and meaning always comes with cost. The egg feels like a spiritual blanket, warm, simple, reassuring. But when taken seriously, it becomes deeply unsettling. Every person in the universe, everyone you have interacted with and will interact with, is you. That every act of kindness, every experienced sentiment of empathy, every rude act, you. What I am talking about is the egg theory. Let me break it down for you. You are every person in the universe and are being constantly reincarnated across time. All human beings that have ever lived and will ever live are incarnations of you. Abraham Lincoln, Adolf Hitler, Jesus, you. Every Holocaust victim, every person who followed Jesus, you, your mom, your horrible ex, the sexy barista, you. Every person you meet is acting as a mirror, showing yourself to you from every angle. Every act of cruelty, dismissiveness, rudeness, a lesson being assigned to you, the ultimate goal. One day, after you lived every life, to gain total understanding and empathy and thus become a god. Think about it. Every cruelty is an act of self-harm. Every kindness is an act of delayed self-care. Victim and perpetrator collapse into one being. In the egg, morality is no longer social, it's ontological. Morality is no longer something you believe in. It is something you are inside of. You don't break moral laws, you break yourself. This theory removes every external excuse. No, they deserved it. No, that's just how people are. No, I was unlucky to be born this way. Because you are the oppressor, the victim, the bystander, the indifferent, the compassionate. This leads to an extreme form of responsibility. You cannot say, that's just human nature, because you are human nature. That's how history turned out, because you were history. I had no choice, because you lived every choice, including the ones that harmed you later. This is not moral guilt. It is total ownership. And that level of ownership is unbearable for most minds. The egg removes the last place to hide. So, this is why you forget all your past lives. Because a human psyche could not tolerate this level of responsibility. As Jung said, ego cannot survive total identification with the whole. If you remembered every act of cruelty you committed, every life you destroyed, every moment you were indifferent, you could not function. Identity would dissolve. Motivation would collapse. Action would feel impossible. So forgetting is not mercy. It is the price of continuation. In ordinary ethics, compassion is optional. It's a virtue, a choice. In the egg, compassion is simply accurate perception. To care for another is to correctly recognize yourself. To harm another is to act under a delusion of separation. This is why calling the egg comforting is misleading. It doesn't excuse cruelty. It eliminates the concept of excuse. People say the egg is hopeful because no one is ever truly lost. Everyone is ultimately redeemed. Suffering has a purpose, but the cost is enormous. You do not get to remain innocent. You do not get to remain partial. You do not get to remain separate. Every atrocity is yours. Every kindness is also yours. Nothing is externalized. Meaning is total, but so is responsibility. The theory is not asking, is everyone you? It's asking, how much responsibility could you endure if separation were an illusion? In the egg, morality is no longer something you believe in. It is something you are inside of. You don't break moral laws. You break yourself. The egg isn't asking whether it's true. It's asking how you would live if it were. Would you act differently? Or would you still rely on forgetting? Maybe the egg isn't a theory about the universe. Maybe it's a test most people fail by calling it comforting.